HMHS Tank and Titank Olympic Tank story at the same time. Part three of the Titank story is coming out Saturday. I'm trying a new thing. I want to do all Olympic class story. And the first one is Botanic's, then since Botanic's stories live short because Botanic can't live a long life, unfortunately, because of the Germans. No offense, Germans, but we saw sunk Botanic. She had a full life ahead of her. So let's get started. HM RMS and RMS Botanic, but Sino would be HMHS Botanic. It was 1901 when Olympic Tank and Titanic's plans was made and then mm, and it was Olympics care was laid in 1908. Olympia was the first one to be built, and then Titanic's care was laid second, along by her sister ship Olympic, and then Botanic's care was laid the third. And Carpathia and Californian was right next to Olympics, Botanic, and Titanic's, where they was built. And Carpathia they were built and launched before the Olympic class did because they was the biggest ship. But right now, today, Titanic is still known as the biggest ship, but unfortunately, Titanic sunk. And now, Olympic, now Queen Mary is the biggest ship now, but we don't see Queen Mary as the biggest ship. What we see when we say the biggest ship ever, we say Titanic, because Titanic was known as the biggest ship ever. But she was not made for speed. Lusitania was actually built for speed. Titanic, Titanic could go code speed because her speed was 25 knots, but when she hit the iceberg, she was going 21 knots. But let's get into story. Let's get into the Botanic story first. HMHS Botanic, well, RMS Botanic when she was launched, but we all know her as now HMHS Botanic because she's all white with green with a green stripe on the side with a ambulance symbol on it because she went to service for the military in World War One. She was launched in 1914. She served as the hospital ship along with her sister ship Olympic, but she was not a hospital ship. She was a troop ship, but then Titanic was a hospital ship. The Mauritanian and Aquitaine was right next to the Olympic class Britannic as hospital ships too, because they need 3 hospital ships. So they picked Titan. They picked Britannic to be a hospital ship. They picked Aquitaine as a hospital ship, and Moulton as a hospital ship. Luck, but luckily, Britannic sunk, and the 2 Canal Line ships survived, and they went on to be passenger liners when World War One ended. And she was as a hospital ship for 2 years, because not actually 1 year, because 1914, 1915, and 1916. 3 years actually. She was a hospital ship for 3 years. And I'm gonna look up when World War One and when World War One November 11th, 1918. Mauritania and Aquitaine was a hospital ship. 1914, 1915, 1916, 1917, 1918. So 4 years. Aquitaine and Mauritania was a hospital ship, and then they went on to be a passenger ship for more years till they retired and got sold for scrap. HMHS Britannic sunk November 24th, 1916, which is almost here this October. And Britannic's anniversary is November 21st, 2021, because she sunk November 21st, 1916. Let's move on. We're going to talk about Olympics first, since we just talked about Titanic story first, and then part 2. Olympic, Olympic, uh, Olympic, I can't even talk now. Olympic launched first. She got everything that she needed, and then she did her test, but she didn't go on Meg to Southampton. Olympics first merge was scheduled when it was time for Titanic to be launched, and Titanic was at her little dry dock, just staying there waiting for first main voyage. And then in the afternoon of May 30th, 1910, I believe that Titanic was launched. I'm looking it up. It was May 31st, 1911. May 31st, 1911, Titanic was launched, and at the afternoon, after she was launched, she went to a dry dock to get some more stuff. She went to the dry dock and get her boilers, her engines, her funnels, and everything on her. So she's still getting built. And then after that, Olympic went on her main voyage. She left Belfast to Southampton, but before she went to Southampton, she went to Liverpool to stay there and let people to go on her to see the White Star Line's new Olympic class ship RMS Olympic. And then in the evening, around 8, uh, Olympic left Liverpool, head to Southampton. She got there, she pulled in, and then she stayed there till the next day because once she pulled in, she was getting her supplies, her food, everything, supplies for Olympics first made voyage. And then she head out, went to Queenstown, what today is not called Queenstown anymore and it's called something, I don't know what it's called. She went to Queenstown and then she went to Shelbourne, France. I guess she did the same thing. Nomac went to Olympic to take the passengers since Olympic was a big ship too. And then she went on her way across the Atlantic Ocean to New York. She didn't have no problems. She did not hit no icebergs. Nowadays, people keep on saying, "Oh no, Titanic didn't sink. Titanic got switched. Titanic and Olympic got switched for insurance money." Well, I can tell you that's false information because Titanic is at the bottom of the sea, the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, and and they can they can prove it because the ship that is in the Atlantic Ocean is Titanic because on the side of the ship you can still see the windows that they're closed, they're thick, they can't break unless if you forcefully break them, and then yeah, they're thick glass. Okay, if it was Olympic, it'll have open windows, not closed windows. That I know why people want to make up stuff, and when they hear false information, they say, "Oh, that's false. I heard blah blah blah," and then they look it up, and it's totally false information. And then Olympic reached New York. I'm gonna not even telling me. Yeah. As looked up, but then she reached New York. She reached New York, and then she was doing fine. She was doing her main voyage, and then 1912, April 14th, 1912, Olympic was about to uh, go from New York to Southampton and then to Belfast to probably sit there till she has not so many voyage. But when Olympic was going out from New York, she got a distress call from her sister ship Titanic saying that she has hit an iceberg and she needs immediate assistance, and she was sinking. Olympic was communicating with Olympic that night before Titanic went sunk and disappeared from the surface. And at 1920, no, not 1920. Okay, at 2:20 a.m., Olympic sent her last message to Titanic, saying, "Are you okay?" But that was when Titanic did not respond because at 2:20, Titanic disappeared and sank to the ocean floor, where she is today. And when she was found, she was gonna come back up to the surface, but he forgot. But I don't think it's possible to get Titanic the ocean full and bring her back up to the surface because she's still getting eaten by the germs that's eating her. But there is still a 50-50 chance that Titanic will stay together if someone tries to raise the Titanic. And I 100% believe that 50-50 chance they can complete bring the Titanic back up to the surface and let everyone see her. But no one's gonna do it because it's been 109 years and Titanic is about to collapse any second now because she is weak now. The germs has made her weak. And we try to pull her from her being weak, she will fall apart. And now we can't do anything now. Now back to Olympic. Olympic was going, I guess 24 knots trying to get to her sister so she can save her sister. But lucky when Olympic got there, it was too late. When Olympic got there, all the survivors of Titanic was on Carpathia, and Olympic asked if they want to get all the survivors from Carpathia. If they want the survivors to go from Carpathia to Olympic, but Bruce, the one who actually named the ship Titanic, said, "No, if they see Olympic and the twin of Titanic, they might freak out and they might freak out." And Bush said, "Just continue your route," and Olympic continue said, "Okay," and then continue her route to Southampton, and then Carpathia turned around, went to New York, but she did not go into her main spot where she lets passion off. She actually went to Titanic's dry dock in New York and let all the survivors off, and then she probably backed up and went to what several canoe line was having Carpathia to go to. I guess it was Southampton or Europe where her route was. I don't know. Actually, look up some more stuff about the Carpathia and then want to do a story about her. This is kind of easy, but kind of hard at the same time. Well, let's let's leave, let's leave off here and then continue it whenever. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button, and if you want more videos of these, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and notification bell, and new videos are uploaded every day. See you.